Tuna and the Sheriff, we're back. Episode 2, man. And not only episode 2, we get another Rams football game to talk about, man. I'm fired up about this, man. How you feeling?
Dude, to say I am juiced is an understatement. Being in downtown LA with one of the booster clubs was so much fun. It was way too much fun. Way too much fun.
Absolutely, man. That's so sick, man. So you mentioned, like, you are LA, man. Is everything okay? I see that you're not in regular area. Cool? Everybody fine?
Yeah, we're good. No evac orders, nothing urgent. We moved out to East LA just to be a little safer. So we're in the girlfriend's room. There's a lot of Stitch stuff here, and we're good. We're just excited for Rams football. The benefit is I was closer to downtown LA, and being just in a packed restaurant, packed bar with a bunch of Rams fans, everyone going crazy. It was so awesome.
Dude, I gotta say, man, it's like the level of fired up that I was for this game, man. Like every time we got to Darnold or anything like that, man, I would just be absolutely fired up, man. So I was losing my mind. It was a great time, man. So in celebration, this is Super Bowl champion.
Hey.
So we'll crack open a beer, all right, because we're having a good time here. We also know this is
water.
Hey, there we go. So we are Tuna and the Sheriff here, but we've actually got a guest here, and a guest that I actually don't know much about, man. So what do you want to tell me before I bring this person in here?
Just straight super fan. This guy's out in Missouri. He's closer to St. Louis, so he's been through and through like Rams all the way. Now he's a Los Angeles Rams fan, despite the relocating. We won't talk about it, but no, just a straight super fan. He was one of my earlier supporters. He was in my fantasy football league. He goes by Druka Nakua. He is a huge Puka Nakua fan too. So I wanted to bring him on here. He's just crazy good energy. So I wanted to know.
All right. I've never interacted with this person. That name, though, I do recognize it from Twitter, man. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
You're incredible, man. What a shirt, dude. That is sick. Look at that.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. I have to shout out my boy, Anthony. His Instagram handle is Falk28GA. He made this shirt, printed it, sent it to me. So if you want one, hit him up.
Got you, man. I love that thing, man. And great name on the.
I didn't know this was a gun show today. What's going on, dog? What's happening?
Sorry, I'll try and keep those contained. My bad.
Yeah, come on, it's California out here, bro. You got to be easy with that stuff.
Right. Keep them things on me, you know.
I can't relate to that.
All right, Colorado. Now, hey, how juiced were you, man? Because I've been seeing the reels like all week leading up to the game. I'm sure you've been catching when you're that vocal online, like us, like you just catch so much flack from non-Rams fans.
Oh, for sure.
How good does Sunday feel? How good did that feel?
Goodness, a relief. I was super nervous going into the game because I've posted so much and went back and forth. I've learned to not go back and forth with people that are just talking crazy because it's just like talking to a wall. You're not gonna get anywhere. But I was just nervous because I had posted so much so when they came out and scored on that first drive, I was going crazy. I could feel the energy from LA. I just had a feeling before the game with all of them talking about the fires and all of the supports. I see McVay with the LA Fire Department shirt on and everyone else rocking it. Aaron Donald in the building. The energy was just so high. I was confident. I was like, we got this. And to come out and score on that first drive and just set the tone, I was like, let's freaking go.
Yeah.
Shut up the haters real quick.
Dude, it was I gotta say, and before this episode gets too deep, we can't remiss without mentioning Ty the Italian on Instagram, R Baldy, Teal Robert on Instagram as well. The fact that they coordinated with Kelly Stafford, her, evacuating, dealing with sick kids, traveling to go, see her husband play, just shelling out, I think close to 15 G's just to get, a handful of buses, the organization doing buses. I think the final count was 32 buses that the Rams provided heading out to Arizona.
Damn. I heard 16. Awesome. 16 was the last number I heard, man. That's crazy.
Post game, I don't know if it was Stu or not, but post game player interviews, they're saying, "Hey, you had 32 buses come out here full of fans." So I think that was the final count when everything was said and done.
Dang, man,
yeah.
Dang! I love that so much, man. I love this team, man, because this kind of stuff, and especially the Kelly Stafford and the buses and all that stuff, and everybody kind of just jumping into action of just not anybody being like, oh man, we don't even get a home game and all this stuff. It was, right away was like, how can we get to Arizona then? Like that was like the mindset right away. I absolutely love that, man. And this does kind of bring me back to that 21 playoff push when it was like Kelly Stafford and I'm blanking on the name, Andrew Whitworth's wife. But they were like buying tickets and then just giving them to Rams fans because they wanted Rams fans to be there, man. I love that so much, man. I got a lot of vibes from that this year. So, I mean, obviously going to Philly, I don't know what we can really do there. I know Kevin Demoff posted on Twitter and he was like, hey, what about getting buses to Philly, you know? But like, I just love that though, man. I love the community of this team and that they just kind of like, anytime anything goes crazy, man, which it does a lot for us for some reason, everybody just kind of pulls together and figure it out. I love that.
LA, it's Ramley, man. Like it's I don't know, even like up to 2 seasons ago when I hear Ramley, like it's always like one of those super fan kind of, I don't want to say corny, but one of those things that's like I love it, but I'm not gonna say it to everybody.
Yeah.
but like with this event, like it made me really proud to be a fan. And you got a sense. Let's just talk about the game, dude. Like you got a sense. Like as much as we don't want to talk about the fires, like that's all the players talked about. You want to tell me they weren't fired up? No pun intended.
Yeah.
Like especially on the defense, not 6 sacks in the first half.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen?
Yeah, I'll say this: first play of the game, I was like, "Oh, we're gonna be on." It was one of those like that Puka catch, and it was like, "Oh, we're having one of those days." All right, cool.
Yeah, Stafford came out and went 10 for 10 to start off. I was like, man, he's locked in right now. They are playing for the city, and to your point, they are fired up. No pun intended, also. But that was awesome.
That's a terrible pun too. Probably we had to find different word for that.
I'm stoked. Yeah. I'm stoked as hell. Come on.
There you go. There you go.
There it is.
Like 6 hacks in the first half. How much of that now? Like I don't want to be the one Debbie Downer, but how much do you feel of that is just pure on the Ram side, and then how much of that is Darnold? I have never seen a quarterback regress in just 2 weeks. In the most critical point, like give the guy credit. Played 16, like his 17 games he played. Deserving of the new contract, but then in the last 2, we just completely shell-shocked. Like, how the hell does that happen?
I'll be honest. I think it's a little bit of both. I think that it was Minnesota playing poorly up front and the Rams just coming into play, man. I don't know if you guys got those vibes too, but like similar to how like Puka catches that first pass and it's like, oh, it's going to be one of those days. The second that Byron Young was rushing on his first few attempts, it was like, oh, he's gonna kill someone today, like, you know. And then Jared out here just going absolutely insane, flying into Darnold, flying into the end zone, man, all over the place, dude. And I think that a large part of what happened was just pure energy level from the Rams. They came into the game and you knew right away, right from the jump, it was like, oh, we're here to play today. And I don't know if Minnesota is. Like, that was like right away, man. So I think it's a little bit of both, but Detroit gave us that blueprint of like, hey, if you just mess with Darnold, he'll be Sam Darnold still. And I talked about that on my show last week of when the Rams are lined up on the defensive side to just at no point does Sam Darnold have any idea who's coming. That's what we need to do. Like you're dropping out Kobe Turner, but Kobe Durant's coming in, and we saw that kind of stuff. It was absolutely incredible, man. So big ups to Chris Shula coming into this game, man. His game plan for this one and the way he had everybody fired up, man. It was top tier. Love it.
Agreed. Yeah, and to have 2 cornerback sacks, like I think that was a playoff record right there. Like he was sending everybody from every angle, and that's what I was telling my buddies before the game. If you can get pressure on Sam, I mean, to your point, that's exactly what the Lions did. And if you can get the pressure on him, he's going to fold like a cheap 10, and that's exactly what happened. So it was fun to watch.
Absolutely did. Single T over here saying we copied Detroit. He's absolutely right, man.
How much of it? I gotta watch the film tonight, but how much of it was? Let me rephrase that. I'm curious on like what the blitz rate was, because some of those sacks were just they weren't blitzes, like they were just 4-man pressures. But our 4 guys were better than their 5 and sometimes 6 blockers. Which I mean, we've seen the last
3 guys getting pressure, man. That was insane, dude. So I don't know actually the rates in front of me right now, and I'll be honest, man. I had a few adult pops yesterday. All right, so I was feeling pretty.
Same. It was
pretty rough, but that's whatever.
I was there was a few tall boys involved. It was I luckily I escaped. Like by the time I got home, I saw their Instagram stories and there were shots being poured. I was like, all right, I left at the good time. Like I got work.
Yes,
I can't be doing this.
I'll be honest though, man. And normally this isn't something I would share on a live stream like this, but it was like 1:30 and I'm trying to fall asleep, man, and I'm spinning. It was like, this sucks, dude. but at the same time, I'm laying there spinning, and I'm sitting there like, man, we're really in the divisional round. That's like all I can think of, man.
The Elite Eight. How much are you celebrating out there? What I'm curious. What is there a lot of St. Louis like Rams fans carry over into LA for you out there?
Honestly, the way it kind of worked out when the Rams went back to LA, a lot of them, the Chiefs got hot, at that time, and a lot of them jumped on that Chiefs bandwagon. So, I mean, driving through my neighborhood, I see Chiefs flags left and right. It's honestly embarrassing. Went over to my wife's mom's house, and her boyfriend was wearing a Chiefs jersey, and I looked at him and shook my head. I said, another St. Louis bandwagon Chiefs fan. Here we go. So,
dude, hold on a second. Are you wearing a First and Tuna hat?
I am.
That is the most wholesome thing, dude. I love that.
Got a rep for my boy.
I'm telling you, man. He was apart from him and my best friend, they were the first mods on my YouTube channel. And completely, like, I only had a few episodes. I did not have the same level of nothing. And just the second I dropped the hat, he was the first person before my family and friends to buy a hat. And so that's why he got an invite to the Fantasy Football League. Fortunately, neither one of us freaking won. So
no.
I got 13th out of 14 this year. That's pretty cool.
It was a fun league. That was my favorite league out of all the leagues. I'm a degenerate. I was in like 10 leagues this year, but that one was my favorite. It was a good time. So thank you.
I do one. I'll say this. I don't like fantasy football. I don't care about fantasy football. If the Rams win, I don't care what like Amari Cooper did this week. I don't get him out of here. I don't care. Yeah. I wanted to bring this up, Tuna, because I know you weren't here last week, Druka, but we had our picks last week, and I I mean, I didn't nail any like dead on, but I had two that were absolutely on fire, man. So I just want to go over these real quick. And then we will get into picks this week as well.
Yeah.
But Buffalo, Denver, you had 30-25 Bills. I had 31-13 Bills. So I was thinking that the Bills were going to run Denver, and I even went a little light on what actually happened. So we got that one. Kind of felt like the Bills. Bills winning makes sense. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. We both thought this was going to be a lot. Well, no, you thought it was going to be a lot further apart. 23-10. What was the final of that one?
I did zero research. This is a no fact checking show.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Pepsi, I think.
I had 28-26 though, so I know that wasn't correct. Houston, LA Chargers. I had 30-20 Chargers. You had 38-17 Chargers. Obviously, we both got that wrong.
Yeah, I was not ready to prepare for that.
Yeah, that was I'm very surprised in Houston coming into that game. First of all, Chargers looked soft. Houston looked strong, and that was complete opposite of what was just happening a week ago. So crazy, but it's why we play these games. Philadelphia, Green Bay. We both. I had the Eagles winning 17-6. You had the Packers winning 27-26.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles moving on, hosting our LA Rams this weekend.
I wasn't aware that Toyotathon had ended. Otherwise, I would not have picked Jordan Love, to be honest. So
how dare you bring up Toyotathon? Actually, I'm a Honda Days family, so
Sorry to those who celebrate. My bad. My bad, dog.
Washington, Tampa Bay. I found this interesting. We both said 27-26 Bucks. We both did.
Yeah.
That's such a random score.
I just anything in the 20s. I just believed in Baker Mayfield. It ultimately, I wasn't buying that Daniels could do it in the playoffs, and he did it. So we'll see if he can do it again.
True. That's a tough matchup for them as well. We'll of course talk about that briefly here in a moment. But also Rams and Vikings. We both had the Rams winning this one. You had it a lot closer at 31-34 for the Rams. And I am a little bit mad at myself because I had 27-14, but I was telling everybody in person all week. Singleton, Brett can confirm this. The whole week I was like, I can't get 27-10 out of my head. 27-10 just makes sense to me. I don't know why. I can't
so
explain
close.
it, whatever.
Oh, been so close.
And they went for the 2-point conversion. It would have been 27-10. So either way, those are our picks from last week. We did very average, I would say. I don't think we did a good job, but I don't know if I'd say bad job either. You know what I mean? So
I stand by my decisions.
This is also, by the way, according to Payo Time, the hottest Ram show on the internet.
If not the hottest, at least the most handsome.
Dude, Payo,
we're so guapo.
Payo, if you want in, man, I'll send you an email.
Yeah, Payo, you're off vacation, bro. Hop in. What are we doing?
Yeah, dude. We got like 14 more minutes. Come on in.
I need to see that 10. So apart from I know we had another comment pop through that we completely just ignored about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, super complete game. Like that's the definition. Like you don't get a game like that without the fact. I don't know how McVay isn't up like seriously for coach of the year. Like he needs to be a top 3 candidate with serious consideration for getting some votes there. Veteran leadership from Stafford, and then the key guys on defense just flying around. Like it is a good recipe to like for a championship team. Like you don't have to score 50 points every time. Like sounds stupid, but just score more points than the other team. And sometimes you only need 25, 26 to do that. This defense can fuck around and win a championship, a la like the Broncos, that last Manning one they had.
Sorry. Payo Time. Drop your email. I don't have your email address.
Oh, is he hopping in? Hell yeah.
Or you can. I don't know how to get that to me. Or send it to me on Twitter, if you can.
What?
I don't know why I don't have it.
Oh man, I think looking ahead to Philly though. Like I'm already moving past this game. Like it's all been fun, but once today ends, I'm already kind of done celebrating that win. It's the game plan is definitely different. Philly's O-line is very, very good, if not probably the best in the league. A lot bigger than our guys. Do you think they can go stacked, like more of a stacked box to stop Saquon? Do you think that just leaves them more vulnerable? Like, what are your thoughts on the defense heading into next week, guys?
Dude, it's a tough one because of the way that Saquon played last time we played them. And I don't know what they are going to want to try to do. I don't know if they're going to try to hammer play action and try to get us over the top all day long, or if they're just going to think like, hey, you know what? We did it once. Let's do it again. And then they're just going to hammer it. So that I don't know of. But I'll say this, that if he matches the rushing yards that he had on us in our first matchup, then I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something crazy, all right? Because that's not going to happen. It's going to be a very different game. And I know a lot of people are talking about like, hey, they already beat up on you guys earlier this year. You guys are going to get smoked. And it's like, well, that's not how football works. Like, that was their day. It could be our day kind of thing. So as far as stopping Saquon, I do think that is the key, though. I do think that we will have a better plan on stopping him in this game than we had in the first one. I would at least hope so. And I think that'll be huge in terms of the score of the game. Like that obviously killed us the whole time. That first game, they were burning us in time of possession, just get to 3rd and 2 converting. And then he would bust off like a 47-yarder. And it's like, come on, man. It's like, so yeah, I would say we will stack it a little bit more because they are a rushing team. And I don't know if they'll necessarily be able to just light us up in the air. It will be, we're potentially looking at some lame weather in this one, so that could kind of impact it too. But I think you stop Saquon, you have a very good chance to win this game.
Yeah, he went for over 300 combined scrimmage yards last game. So that can't happen again. You have to have a plan, hope to contain him. That's all you can really do because he's gonna get his. But what was that?
What do you have last week against the Packers?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Give me a second.
Because I don't think it was anything too crazy.
He also stopped short, though. He had the potential for like a 60-yard touchdown.
That's true. At the end.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he held up.
What is going on here?
Like just man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of their success the last few years or their fans are just loud, but I am not looking forward to all the shit talk. Philly fans.
Did you see that video of the Eagles fan that was getting into it with that Packers fan?
That was bad.
insane, man. So yeah, they're definitely. I thought I went to Detroit last year for the wild card game and dealt with some less than pleasant fans there, and I thought that was bad. But then when I saw that video, that guy was just being
That was
an
terrible.
asshole. I'm just like, come on, man, that's uncalled for.
That was
So
absolutely
yeah, they're Eagles fans. Eagles and Lions, I would say, are probably right there as far as like just the ultimate shit talking. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to that either, Tuna. Like it's gonna be tough to deal with that, on IG or anywhere in the comments section, just hearing them just yap 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 yap. Not looking
especially
forward to
especially especially if Druga's mouthpiece is running. I know you're gonna be writing a lot of checks this week, bro. You better hope you can cash them next week.
it.
So
The bank, I'll be working OT. I'll be working OT.
Jesse's got a
got?
great point here, man, which is like if we can start the way we did last week, make them keep up with us, that's going to neutralize that issue entirely. So that's big.
Absolutely.
But let's
I've
see
had
what
that
another
thought.
massive Rams fan, another very well-respected name in the Rams fan community, thinks about stopping Saquon Barkley and Payo Time. What up, man?
Hey, what's up, gents? Thanks
This is
for
crazy.
letting me
Can we just
hop in.
acknowledge how nuts this is right now? I like this. Man.
Yeah, man.
I feel
no.
like the Brady Bunch right now. I feel like the Brady Bunch.
Good time. Yeah, no, thanks for letting me hop on. And guys, I don't know about you, but like yesterday went by so painfully slow, like to actually get to the game. But now I feel like everything's just accelerated. Like, whoa, we played the Vikings. That was like 3 weeks ago, right? Like now we're just in full on gear. Like Eagles, hurry up, get here. Let's get this game going. And yeah, I'm pumped, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to play today, man. Also, first of all, okay, I talked about it already. I had a few beers yesterday, but I was also so fired up. There was a moment there where I truly believed that if you would have put me in at linebacker, I would have made a play.
The way that front line was playing, I think any Rams fan could have hopped in there and had zero resistance getting at least to Sam Darnold. That was incredible. Like I know everyone in the world and their mothers are talking about it online, but dude, I've not seen something like that. Like that's why like we just straight up love football, man. Like that is insane how they played.
Anybody have a guess?
Guess who was the last Rams rookie to win?
Aaron.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess it was AD. Christian Roseboom.
Yes.
Boom! I love that.
Wasn't he with the Chiefs? He was a rookie.
Only no, well, he was with us. We cut him. Then he was with the Chiefs for just like the preseason. Then they cut him and he came back to us. So
Right.
when I talk about on my show that like, hey, he played in Kansas City with whatever, that was like actually just training camp. Like it wasn't anything.
That's right.
Yeah, fun stuff.
I do. Back to that last comment about just scoring at will. I do have. I don't know. I have feelings of the Baltimore game last year, where a little bit bad conditions. Like everyone's saying, oh, it's going to be defensive, low scoring, and all of a sudden it's like in the 30s. And you only lose in overtime off of special teams play. I think we're due for special teams play. Like we've got guys that have speed, guys who are like good between Jordan Whittington. I think they can break something off. Maybe not score because I think the Ravens special teams has improved this year. But we're due for one. Like in a huge moment like this. Hopefully the momentum can carry over. But I don't know. I see a high-scoring game. I don't see this being a defensive game. Like we're able to win in so many ways. Like, yeah, that's just what I think.
I'll be honest. I'm feeling good, man. As good as I can because like going into the playoffs, I literally kept telling everybody it was like the only team I don't want, the only situation I don't want to go to Philly. Like that was it. I was talking about that the whole time, man. And yeah, Philly's a very good team. We might lose this game. That's totally fine with me, though. We were 1-4. We won a playoff game. Like I'm feeling okay, man. Like I feel good about this team, and also just considering how young we still are, man. Like this defense, single-digit points given up in 4 of the last 5 games, and the one that was like Verse and Fisk were only playing passing downs and stuff like that. It's like that's absolutely insane, man. Like we're playing really good football right now. We've got these guys, this grouping, especially on the defensive side. We can keep these same starters in place for 4 or 5 years if we wanted to. That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say, to your point, Tuna, like as far as, or to your point, Sheriff, as far as like not, wanting to play Philadelphia. I mean, to Sean McVay's point, and I think this is what really kicked off the week for the
Yeah.
team was just saying we respect all, but we fear none.
Yeah.
We're not scared of anybody. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And so I was a little bit nervy about Philly going into the playoffs, but as soon as he said that, I got a little stiff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited. I'm excited to go in there. I know they're gonna talk that shit. I know they're gonna be ready. But guess what? This team, the way that they played last night, if they can bring that same energy, we're gonna beat anybody. And I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, I say that all the time on the show is if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And if you want to beat the best, you got to play the best. So bring them on.
That's it.
Line them up, man. Let's go. So we've got about a little under 5 minutes here, man. We've got four people here, man. So we're going to go through and take our picks. Tuna, do you want to lead us here?
Let's see. First game, what do we got? Let's go AFC since we're going to end with the Rams game. I don't have the schedule in front of me. I'm completely freeballing this, by the way. Like I had late setup. I'm on my phone. So I know we got Chiefs and Texans, right? Let's go there because I think the other game is going to be more exciting. I'm going to go Chiefs, and I just don't see them not making – I don't know. We'll see what happens in the AFC Championship game. But I'm taking Chiefs like 30-13.
All right. Peo, what do you got?
Yeah. I just pick the same game that Tuna just picked, or any game?
The same game.
Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I'm taking the Chiefs, and I think it's going to be probably closer than what people think. I think Texans might, surprise some people in that regard in the first half, but then by the third quarter, the Chiefs will pull away. I think it's going to be kind of ugly, kind of a 27-17 type of affair. All
right, Druka, what do you got?
Yeah, I think the Chiefs, they've won a lot of one-score games, and I think that continues. They like to keep games close and then find a way to win, which I feel like the Rams have done that as of late also. So I'm going to take the Chiefs 27. Texans, I think it's going to be a close one. They surprised me last week, but I think it's going to be Chiefs 27, Texans 21.
All right. I'm also going to go Kansas City. I don't think that Houston goes into KC and pulls this one off. I do think I'm a little bit more in line with the Tuna prediction here. I don't think it's going to be that close. I'm going to go 30-13 for Kansas City in this one. What do we got next?
All right. I'm almost more excited for this. No, that's a lie. I'm just equally as excited. Bills and Ravens, like the two MVP. Like you can argue co-MVP. Crazy, just talented. Awesome to watch quarterbacks. One of my best friends is a Ravens fan, so I am pulling for them in the Super Bowl matchup with us. I believe in the Lamar Jackson juju right now, man. Like his mom yelled at him. He hasn't lost a game since. I want fireworks. Give me Ravens 42, Bills 40.
Ooh, I like it.
I want fireworks out there.
I want just a ridiculous game.
Love that. Peo, who you got?
No, I'm kind of in line with Tuna there. I think this is going to be one of those classic ridiculous games that we tell our grandkids about. Like, I was watching Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson doing it out there in Buffalo. Yeah, no, I can see that happening. I think it's going to be whoever has the ball last wins this game. Might go in OT. I think it's gonna be a higher scoring game. I could see either team picking it, but I'm going the Bills. I think the Bills will pull this out.
Ooh.
I think probably you're maybe not quite as high. I'll go 40-38.
All right. Would that be a scoregami? I don't know.
It might be. That'd be a lot of fun in the playoffs.
I'll check with Corn Doggy. Corn Doggy somehow always knows this.
There you go. And Druka.
All right. I love Lamar Jackson. He's been so fun to watch. Josh Allen. I love that the Rams were able to beat the Bills this year. And I think Lamar, just the year he's had, how he's been playing of late, I think they're going to take this one. So I got the Ravens 31, Bills 27, another close one.
All right. I'm a little bit off of everybody on this one, man. I feel really good about both these teams, unfortunately, which is not fun. But I'm going to go ahead and guess here that the Buffalo Bills have a bit of an off day. And I'm going to go ahead and say that Lamar Jackson and the Ravens come in and kind of put on a show. And I think that they very adamantly are like, no. We are going to the AFC Championship, not you guys. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that Baltimore wins this game 38-20 is what I'm going to go with on that one.
Oh.
I feel good.
All right, NFC. Let's get through this Commanders one fast so we can talk about our Rams again. Washington goes up to Detroit. I think it's going to be a great match. I think Detroit ends up winning it. Like they've got that dark magic in Detroit where they just keep finding ways to win too. Really like what Goff is doing. Like the whole offense is fun to watch. But I think they end up winning like 27-24. I think it's pretty close. Good game.
Nice. All right, Peo.
Yeah, nothing more to add. I think I actually think Detroit's going to win it by probably 2 scores or more. Give it to them, 30-20.
Not bad. And Druka.
Yeah, I think Detroit keeps on rolling, man. As much as I shouldn't say I can't stand their fan base based on how they treated me in Detroit last year. Walking out of Ford Field and just getting booed by every single fan telling me to go back to LA and not even going back and forth with them because I was way outnumbered. And also I'm from St. Louis, so
I'm not even from there.
I don't even live there. As much as I hate to say it, I think they're going to keep rolling. And the Commanders, as much as Jaden Daniels has just had an incredible year, I think the bus stops here for the Commanders. So I'm going to take the Lions. I think the offense is just going to keep scoring 34. Commanders, I'm going to say 21. I think they're going to win by a couple tutties.
Damn, once again, dude, I'm flying solo here, man.
Oh.
I'm cool with it, man. Give me that NFC Championship game. It's SoFi Stadium, man. I'm going with the Washington Commanders, man. I think it's going to be a damn good game, though. Give me 21-20 for Washington.
Ooh.
I hope you're right.
I hope so. Getting a game at SoFi would be so sick, dude.
Right?
Oh my God. After what this team and this fan base has been through, if we can get that game to be played at SoFi Stadium, that will be the most electric environment the NFL's ever seen.
Insane.
Prove me
For
wrong, man.
Yeah.
I'll fly back out.
Punch the ticket to the
Ooh.
Super Bowl if that happens.
Ooh. Oh yeah. All right.
For
Last
sure.
but not least, we got. Oh my God, I'm getting juiced up just thinking about it. So Rams got to go to Philly, and in a world that we live in, where McVay clearly is just a leader of men and will find anything to get people just absolutely juiced up. Like, timeout. Yes.
McVay, though.
We're back on. All right, we're back live. This is live and unedited. All right,
We'll do it live.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it live. No, McVay is just a straight leader of men. Like, you're gonna tell me he's not gonna have them motivated? Like, it doesn't matter if this is played in Philly, if it's played in Boston, if it's played on the moon. They're gonna want revenge for how they got their asses whooped at SoFi, and they're gonna bring that belt to Philly and just. But I don't think it'd be a high scoring game. I think it ends up being 24-20. Rams win on a defensive stop, stopping him around midfield to end the game. So that's what I got.
Love it. All right, he's got props. What do you got, Peo?
Hand sanitizer. Yeah, because we're gonna sanitize our hands for that game. No, it's like.
It's because we're gonna kill 99.9% of Eagles this weekend.
Yeah,
there we go.
Let's go.
I just want to say, like, I was looking up Nick Sirianni's playoff record, and like he's 3-3 as the Eagles head coach, right? Like he had the one run to the Super Bowl, but like they've laid some eggs in the playoffs under Nick Sirianni. And so, like, that is not out of the question happening here today or this week. And I also think that the Rams, if you look at, like, this Rams team identity, at least the way I see them, they are an adaptable team that will make you pay for your mistakes. And I think that going into this game, the Eagles are riding high. They're going to push each other's butts all over the field. And I think that I think that the Rams are going to go into Philly and they're going to get a win. I don't think it's going to be ugly, but I think it's going to be a super kind of Rams ugly win, and they'll find a way to take it. I'm saying like lower scoring game, frustrating game for both fan bases because we want our offense to wake up. I'm going to say it's going to be a 17-13 victory for your Los Angeles Rams.
All right, they're going to be pushing all each other's butts around the place. Is my favorite line of the night for sure.
Jalen butt stuff hurts. That's what we're talking about. There we go. Fantastic.
All right, and Druka. We've had great comments. We've had props. What do you got for your pick here?
Man, I wish I had my belt. It's a little bit out of reach, but while they're pushing tush, we're going to be taking BTA. So no, I really think if you can contain Saquon, it's kind of pick your poison, right? Because if you can stop him, then they're going to go play action and throw it to their weapons downfield as well. So Devontae, he hasn't really shown up as of late, and then AJ Brown's reading books on the sideline, so I don't really know what that's about. But anyways, I really believe that the Rams will come fired up again. Respect all but fear none. That's the motto for this whole playoff run, and I think it's gonna be a close one, but I think it's gonna be a little bit of back and forth. 28 Rams, 24 Eagles.
All right, everybody's about in line here. I was thinking that the Rams will just do a pretty good job this weekend, and I think that we're all fired up just because that performance last week. Maybe that Minnesota game is a little bit very in our heads because it was our most recent game. And honestly, I think the Rams played much better than even the people who were confident in the Rams thought that they would play. So I think that I that's how I feel. I feel good about the Rams going into that game. They played much, much better than I thought. So I already said it that I think that the NFC Championship game goes to SoFi Stadium with the Washington Commanders coming to town. I think that this will be a frustrating game from the Rams' perspective. I think it'll be a more frustrating game, though, from the Philadelphia Eagles' perspective. I think that there will be a lot of times in this game where we're like, dang it, man, we got to get this rolling. We got to get this going. But I ultimately think that the Rams do keep that momentum rolling. I'm going to go 24-13. Like Peo said, these Eagles have laid some eggs in the playoffs, and I think that everybody keeps that Super Bowl run in their head. And I think it does skew their opinions of the Philadelphia Eagles a little bit. And I do think that the Eagles, they're just a team. They're just a football team, just like we're just a football team. So we're going to go in there. Obviously, the landscape of the NFL thinks that we're going to get smoked in this one. But I think that this Rams team is playing for a lot more than just winning a football game, going to the NFC Championship game. So I think that we're playing for more than that. I think that this city is kind of needing it right now. I think that this fan base is certainly riding that wave of the LA Rams, and it's just that positive momentum, man. Like, and I don't even know how to really explain that, but there's just something about this team right now that feels very close, very family oriented. And as fans, we've been brought into that, and I absolutely love that, man. So for that reason, I think that this Rams team is going to continue to be on a roll, and I think that we go to the NFC Championship game with a big old dub in Philadelphia.
Cool. So same time next week, you're guaranteeing that we're going to be here able to talk about more Rams football.
Yeah. We're either going to be talking about hosting NFC Championship game for the first time since the 21 season, or we're going to be talking about going back to Detroit and righting a few wrongs that have taken place over the last few years. All right.
And we'll send Druka as the canary down the mine shaft to see if he comes out alive.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, in the words of Marcus Peters, I think we ain't done yet.
Absolutely, we ain't done yet, man. Absolutely love it.
Let's go.
Hey, real quick, let's do a quick round here. I am at Sheriff Joe Bags. Tuna, where can we find you?
I am Tuna, the human version, and I've got the First and Tuna podcast here on YouTube.
Peo.
Yeah, find me on YouTube at Peo Time.
And Druka.
IG and X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at Druka_Nakua.
Absolutely love it.
I refuse to refer to Twitter as their stripper name. It's still Twitter to me. That's the family name.
Yo, y'all hang out for a minute, man. Thank you, everybody, who came and hung out with us for this one. We will be back next week no matter what, but hopefully we're talking about another game preview as the Rams hopefully getting ready for an NFC Championship game. Yo, Tuna, Peo, Druka. Thanks for hopping in, dude. This was absolutely awesome, man.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Had a great time with each and
All
every
right, go
single
Rams.
one
We're
of
going
you.
to beat up on Philly this weekend, and let's go to the NFC Championship game.